Ladies and gentlemen, I want to make a statement up front. This book will save lives and save money.
Cardiovascular disease remains a critical public health concern in Australia, claiming a life every 12 minutes. The book In a Heartbeat is a groundbreaking collection of inspiring personal stories, expert insights, and life-saving information. Written by Rachel Jane Cassidy, in collaboration with leading cardiologists, psychologists, researchers and survivors, the book aims to bridge the gap between medical knowledge and public awareness.
Well, this book is fantastic because it has stories about how people had heart attacks, what were the symptoms they had, and how they felt afterwards. My husband's story is featured in this book. I'm a doctor, and I was lucky enough to be able to recognise the signs and symptoms that my husband was having a heart attack, and we could get to the hospital and his life was saved.
Rachel's book fulfills a real need in the community for people who are affected by cardiac disease. And let's face it, if it's not you personally or it's not a family member, you do know someone affected by heart disease. It's just that common.
In a Heartbeat provides invaluable insight into the multifaceted impact of cardiovascular disease, extending beyond individual patients to encompass emotional, physical and psychological burdens on families and communities. Through compelling first-hand accounts from patients who against all odds survived, and top medical professionals, the book underscores the critical need for comprehensive support systems and preventative measures. The accessible storytelling format has resonated with a broad audience.
To see the impact that heart events or heart attacks have actually had on the community and the impact that it has both physically and psychologically, I think the more people that get educated, I think the more people that know how to deal with not just the event itself, so much more challenges that lie ahead once you have had that. And so I think Rachel's book has been amazing in terms of educating and covering so many different areas of that aspect. So
when my heart stopped beating, it wasn't anything that I knew or anything I did that saved my life. In fact, at that point was when I was the most powerless, when I had no voice. I could not beg for my life. I could not say, please, somebody, save my life.
This is going to be a really good book for those who are actually suffering from either heart conditions or any of the relatives who are suffering from heart conditions. Because myself is a genetic pathologist who works with the patients with cardiac conditions. So this is going to be a really good experience for those patients and their relatives who are wanted to know the journey of them.
Medical professionals travelled from all over Australia to attend this important book launch, coming together with survivors and families who know the devastating impact of heart disease. Through In a Heartbeat, real stories are being told, real emotions are being shared, and the message is clear: heart health awareness can save lives.
This is an unprecedented moment where we have patients and doctors, politicians and decision makers, advocates from various cardiac organizations, and media, all here to discuss the myriad facets about addressing heart disease.
From my own personal perspective, it was the lived experience contribution of most of the contributors that is powerful for me, because really they represent the heart and soul of the community, and that's where we have to get our messaging right. The book captured the views of people with lived experience, and that's important for it to be in a volume for people to read. And it's an easy read, so it's not something that is hard for people to pick up and follow.
I'm here today because of Rachel and the fact that she's written this magnificent book, and it's taken her a long time, I think 5.5 years in the writing. So being her friend, I've been told about various people that she's been interviewing, and this is the culmination of it all, the launch of this book. There's so much information in it, and when you read the book, it makes you really think about heart health, and it makes you think about looking after yourself maybe a little bit more. It makes you think about what you would do if someone had a cardiac arrest or a heart attack close by. So I find the book has been very inspirational.
I think it's really important that we continue to shine a light on heart issues and heart stories, because we need to prevent these things from happening. We need to save lives where we can. For me personally, when my heart stopped, I needed people to resuscitate me, and I think the more people we have in the community that are aware of what to do when somebody's heart stops, the more lives we'll be able to save.
Two things very unique. So it's collective of stories of heart attack patients as well as healthcare professionals, where the healthcare professionals can educate the public to understand how cardiovascular disease can be managed or can be treated, and more importantly, can be prevented.
It explains it in such a way that's very relatable for patients. The information is very helpful, and it goes through all the scientific advances in a way that's very, community friendly and helpful for patients.
The goal of this book is simple: to educate, to empower, and inspire action. Every story shared is a reminder that a heart event is not just a number, it's real, it's urgent, and in many cases, it's preventable.